Hello and welcome to announcements for the weekend of November 19th. Dan, let's start off with a moment of gratitude.
Sure, that's a great idea. We are in that season of gratitude as we get closer and closer to Thanksgiving. Can you believe it? But we are so grateful to all of you who have responded to our gratitude appeal as we plan for 2024. You'll be hearing a special video thank you from Brian and Lauren in just a few days. But for right now, I'd like to just, as the pastor of the church, just to thank you for your generosity. We still have a few people who are considering their estimates of giving. If you're confused or having difficulty doing that, be sure to reach out to the office or even reach out to me directly, and I'll help you to be able to make that either through Realm or know how to turn that into the office. But it looks like we are in for a really robust 2024 with the work that we're doing. So thank you for your good work.
Yes, and speaking of Thanksgiving coming up, that means Advent is right around the corner. And we got lots happening here. Obviously, this time of year, Dan, this is a very busy place.
It is.
And we have a lot of things coming your way also digitally. And our first one we want to let you know about is next Wednesday. So that is Wednesday the 22nd. Is that right? 21st, 22nd. Yes, 22nd. 22nd. See, I was right. I was right on that one. 22nd. We have a new 4-part mini season of Walk with Wise, our podcast, and we are focusing on the season of Advent. Yes, and the first one we are joined by Pastor Claire.
That's right. We did a little introduction. 3 of us did an introduction that'll kick that off, and then the next 3 weeks we have some guests.
We have some more guests, kind of talking about the Advent season, why it's special to each and every one of us, and so make sure you're checking that out. Make sure you're checking those emails that's coming your way, and in that first podcast with Pastor Claire, we talk about our small groups, our Advent small groups, right, Dan?
Yes, we've got at least 5 small groups that you can join. They happen some on Zoom, some in person, some at different times of the week. And so we'd love for you to join the community that'll be studying the scriptures that will be preached on the coming Sunday, which gives us just a great way to prepare during the Advent season week by week. So we hope that you'll join it. Or if you're already in a small group and you need some sort of materials to use during Advent, just reach out to Pastor Claire and she'll make sure that you have what you need.
Yeah, and if you are interested in one of those small groups, make sure you're clicking on that QR code or you're calling the office, emailing the office, letting us know. We'd love to just have an idea of how many people are interested in each one of those classes. Now, Dan, we're obviously the season of Advent leads up to Christmas Eve. Now, this year, Christmas Eve is on Sunday.
Christmas Eve is on a Sunday. December 24th is Sunday, which means this year that we will have one morning service at 10 o'clock. We'll tell you more about the Christmas Eve opportunities a little bit later, but we just want you to know right ahead of time that you can plan for one service at 10 o'clock on Sunday the 24th. Christmas Eve.
Yes, and that'll be here in the sanctuary on Christmas Eve morning. So, Dan said we'll talk more about Christmas Eve later, but Dan, let's kind of come back in our schedule. Sometimes Christmas Eve...
or even the Christmas season.
Yes.
Some of you have been following us for a long time know that we have a special service we call Blue Christmas, particularly for people for whom the holidays are difficult. Sometimes the holidays bring back memories, they're anniversaries of losses in your life, or it could be that all of the mess that's going on in our world right now, we've still got a couple wars going on and difficulties, and maybe you lost a job or had a change in life. Blue Christmas on Sunday the 10th is an opportunity just to kind of have to kind of take a breath in a service that isn't overloaded with joy and happiness, but just gives us a chance to also connect with lament during the season of Advent as well.
Yes, and it's part of the Advent study. We're studying the weary world.
So how does the weary world rejoice?
Yeah, we are. So we are all weary at times.
God is okay with us bringing our full selves into worship, and this is the way to do it.
Yeah. Now we also have some opportunities to celebrate the sounds of the season, and the 9th, which is the day before that, Saturday the 9th, we have the Wheatland Chorale joining us. on that Saturday.
Proud to have them here on that Saturday.
Yep.
They've been a longtime partner. And then a few the weekend before that.
Joining us again, our partner Lancaster Symphony Orchestra will be coming back here, performing the Messiah again, like they did last year, but just another wonderful opportunity to see all of those talented musicians coming and sharing their gifts here.
We're proud to host these two groups.
Yeah, so that LSO will be here December 1st and 2nd that weekend. And we also have some other things happening that weekend. We have our Advent Fun Day. Fun Day, always a good time.
It's a great way for families to prepare for Advent. We make a little Advent wreath, a lot of other activities that just get families ready for the season.
Ready for the season. And speaking of the season, Dan, we do have one thing that's coming up that is kind of time. We need to get it going early. Is something that we've had for a while here. It's called the Giving Tree. Can you talk on that?
Yes, the Giving Tree sits in the lobby on the main level in our church, and it's full of little ornaments that you can take off, and there are different price points that are used so that you can purchase a gift for someone in our vulnerable population in our neighborhood. So there are a lot of different mission partners that are represented during this time. What I love about this church is we really give to our partners throughout the year, but this is just one special way, because we know a lot of you want to give in a special way during the holidays, and this is a good way to do it. Come on in, or if you're one of our online worshipers and can't make it into the church, just contact the office and we will mail you directly one of those little ornaments and make sure that you can participate in this.
Yeah. And speaking of the vulnerable populations, just a reminder that our fourth quarter of 2023 mission partner offering is going to our mission partners helping the vulnerable populations of Lancaster. So that's the YWCA, North Star Initiative, and Church World Services. And speaking of giving and serving, we are so thankful that you give and serve and worship with us here at First Pres.
Happy Thanksgiving.